You know what really hurts? When they look you in the eye and lie like they're still your friend.
I only understood what was happening when I saw that selfie. A dumb picture, dirty mirror, blown out lighting, a crooked towel in the background. But what destroyed me wasn't the pose or the stupid filter. It was the rug. That blue bathroom rug, with the torn edge and bleach stain, that only exists in one place. My bathroom. She was there. Julia, smiling in the reflection like she'd always belonged in that space. But to understand how I got to that moment, we need to go back a few months. Before the texts, before the screenshot, before everything started to rot. Julia and I had been best friends since we were 9. We met on a school field trip. She threw up on the bus. I applauded. We'd been inseparable ever since. She defended me at school, laughed at my lame jokes, and hated raisins with the same irrational fury I did. But Julia had one problem. She hated losing. If I got a better grade, she said the teacher liked me. If a guy looked at me, she'd say I smiled too much. I thought it was just her way. Flawed, but loyal. Then came David. I met him in a photography class.
I didn't get it at first. Just a blurry mirror selfie.
He wore yellow rain boots in the summer, said it was a personal promise. Never explained. He was quiet, sarcastic, with a beautiful kind of sadness in his eyes. He'd take pictures of me when I wasn't looking, then send them with captions like, "You look like the softest kind of sadness in this light." I like that. I fell hard. For the first time, I felt seen as more than Julia's friend. When I introduced them, she smiled and said, "Wow, didn't think you could land a guy like that." I laughed, but it stung, and I let it go. The first red flag came 2 months later. I was at her place looking for a charger. Opened the wrong drawer. There was a childhood photo of us. My eyes were scratched out with a pen. She laughed. Said it was her emo phase, that she used to scratch all her photos. But I remember the artificial vanilla scent, and my hand sweating for no reason. After that, I started paying attention. David texted less. Julia asked weirdly specific questions. Once she asked what shampoo he used, and laughed, like remembering an inside joke. I thought I was going crazy. Thought maybe I was the toxic one.
She thought she took everything from me, but all she really did.
That's how emotional gaslighting starts. The voice in your head sounds like yours, but it isn't. Until one night, David slept over. He fell asleep early. Phone face up. I swear I wasn't going to look, but the screen lit up. "Julia, just admit it. You miss me." My stomach nodded. I didn't even touch the phone, because a second later, another one popped up. Be honest, that night meant something. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I stood in the kitchen for 45 minutes, holding a spoon, not knowing why. The next day, I went to Julia's apartment. She opened the door wearing my hoodie, the gray one, with bleach stains. I asked straight, "Are you sleeping with him?" She blinked, smiled. That fake smile she used when someone complimented me in front of her. "Noah, why would I want your leftovers?" And that was it. The lie came too fast, with too much disdain, too well rehearsed. While she made coffee, I saw a photo stuck to the fridge with a pineapple magnet. Us. Age 10. Her side highlighted in neon marker. Mine, smudged with a fingerprint. My body reacted before my brain. Stomachache, arms tingling. I said I had to go. She offered a cookie. I declined. "You've always been so dramatic," she said. I went home with scattered thoughts. She never shared fries. She never once called me pretty. Not in 15 years. Then came the last piece. 3 days later, she posted a mirror selfie. Caption, "Feeling cute. Might steal your life next." I laughed, until I noticed the background. My bathroom. My noisy soap dish. My IKEA shelf I kept saying I'd replace. And in the corner, almost out of frame, his toothbrush. He said he was just staying there for a few days. Staying with her, apparently. And the worst part, I didn't cry, didn't scream, just stood still, phone in hand, like it was a crime scene. He came home later, kissed my cheek. "Wanna order something for dinner?" "Already ate," I said. He talked about a podcast. I nodded, but inside, I was taking mental screenshots of his voice tone, his shoes by the door, the scent of his cologne mixed with lies. When he went to shower, I grabbed his phone. No passcode. I found everything. Texts, voice notes, a selfie of them in bed. Caption, "Your mattress is amazing. I think I'll stay." I sent the photo to myself, deleted the message, put the phone back exactly where it was. From that moment on, I stopped being the victim. Over the next few days, I acted normal, laughed at his jokes, texted Julia, "Wanna hit the thrift store?" She said she was busy stealing pieces of me. I no longer expected apologies. I just gathered evidence. And one last piece. The childhood photo. My mom had a copy from our talent show. Us, wearing fake mustaches, singing badly. I scanned it, posted it side by side with the bathroom selfie and the message screenshot. One word, done. Silence was instant. Julia blocked me. David messaged, "I can explain." I replied, "Hope the mattress is still comfy." Turned off my phone. Ordered sushi. Watched a documentary about octopuses. And for the first time in weeks, I felt nothing. Just silence. 2 weeks later, I saw them at the store. They weren't holding hands. She looked bored. He looked guilty. She saw me, paused, gave that "are we still pretending?" look. I just looked at her and smiled, not out of kindness, but so she'd know I wasn't angry. I was free.